Thank you for joining me this evening for this webinar on Heritance Aarah in the Maldives. Just some housekeeping before we get started. The webinar will be recorded and we'll send it out in a newsletter towards the end of the week and with all the sales and marketing collateral that you may need to sell Heritance Aarah. Any questions, just pop them in the Q&A and we can get to them at the end. Okay. So Heritance Aarah is located in the Raa Atoll. So it's about a 40-minute seaplane transfer from Mali. And when you arrive in Mali, you are meted and greeted at the airport and you are transferred to the domestic seaplane terminal. And here you are able to wait in Heritance departure lounge. And this is a really nice asset as, you know, those seaplane transfers are run by a third party, so there can often be quite a long waiting time. And also it's, you know, coming off that long flight, you know, it's just a really nice place to relax in. So I just have a quick video to kind of give you an idea of what the new departure lounge is like. So a really, really nice place to relax, particularly after that long flight. And then from here, you'll get your seaplane transfer. And here's really where the experience starts. You know, that seaplane transfer is like an activity in itself. You know, it's an iconic view of the Maldives from above. So the island itself is 150 villas, and this is split into overwater and beach villas. So when we started working with Heritance, we did a lot of research as to why Heritance Aarah stands out as a product in the Maldives, because there is so many. And what different operators and agents told us was that it is a really amazing premium all-inclusive offering, and it is premium. You know, you have a phenomenal selection of wine. Their food and beverage offering is amazing. You have 6 restaurants and 5 bars on the island. And I'll talk about them later on. We have a house reef. The Raa Atoll is, you know, it's known for its really amazing diving opportunities. And also it's really great for families. The Maldives is typically known as you know, a honeymoon and couples destination, whereas at Heritance, we really do cater for both. So when you arrive at the island, you have a meet and greet at the arrival jetty, and here you meet your butler. And your butler really helps you kind of maximize your time on the island. Then, you know, when I arrived, he set me up in a WhatsApp group chat with him, connected me to the Wi-Fi, the time zone. And you can be in contact with him as much as you want during your stay. You know, he booked all the restaurants I wanted to go to, all the activities I wanted to do, and I was never bored. You know, he really helped me like see everything that there is to do on the island. This then is our main area. And then this is just a snapshot of everything that's included in the rooms. It's a little bit overwhelming to look at, but we will send it out in the follow-up so you can see it then. But yes, as I said, the accommodation is split into beach villas and overwater villas. So your beach villa is your entry level option, and here we have a very spacious bedroom, and we also, each of the villas on the island also have this day bed here. So this is a really nice addition, as you can easily fit a child in here without adding any extra furniture. What we also loved about the beach villas was you have this lovely outdoor shower as well. And of course you have that direct access to the beach, which just makes it a lot more magical. And you can also get this with a pool. And what's really nice about all the villas on the island as well is that you have this, you know, really nice traditional Maldivian thatch. And while the island is quite modern, you know, the architecture is quite traditional and gives a really nice atmosphere on the island. We also have our family beach villas. So these are essentially 2 beach villas stuck together with 1 twin room. So you have a double and a twin, but again, you have those day beds, so you can easily fit a family of 5 in here without adding any extra furniture. And you can also get these with a pool. But again, you have that direct access to the beach, so they're a really stunning option. Moving on then to our overwater accommodation, we have our ocean villa, which is very similar to the beach villa. Very spacious bedroom and bathroom, really nice decking area, and then that direct access to the sea. And all the overwater villas are built in a way that they're angled, so you have complete privacy in the overwater villas. Then moving on to the ocean suites, these would be your option, I suppose, for honeymooners or couples with a little bit more budget. So these are a duplex villa. So with a lounge area downstairs, that gorgeous infinity pool, and then bedroom upstairs. And the way that these villas are built, that kind of pointed roof just means you have the most incredible sea views from the bedroom. You see nothing but the sea. And all the overwater accommodation also have this lovely glass floor as well. And just what's really nice about the ocean suites is that they are adult only. So that whole jetty where the ocean suites are, you also have 2 bars and a restaurant that are adult only. So again, this is a really nice option for couples who would rather be away from families and honeymooners. The ocean residence then, so this is our main option for, I suppose, groups of friends or multi-generational trips. So ocean residence is at the end of the ocean suite jetty, so you have a 180-degree view of the ocean. And again, you have that gorgeous kind of infinity pool and large kind of deck area as well. So it's 3 bedrooms. You have master upstairs and a master downstairs, and then you also have a smaller single room as well. So that's ideal for a child or for a nanny. So again, a lot of space in the ocean residence, and a really great option for families or groups of friends. So dining experiences at Heritance Aarah are really amazing. So there are 6 bars and 5 restaurants on the island, and a lot of the food produced in these restaurants is award-winning. And it's also just great, I suppose, for those clients who are there for a longer stay. No 2 days dining can ever be the same, because you just have such variety in terms of your restaurant and the different cuisine in each. So just a snapshot of the restaurants that we have. Rambo Restaurant, this is our international buffet restaurant. So they will pick a different theme each day. And this is beachfront. It's very relaxed. This is a really great option for kids as well. I think when I was there, I think there was a chocolate fountain there every morning. And you can get breakfast, lunch, and dinner here. Raleigh Restaurant, this is your Mediterranean style food. And you can also get a more kind of formal brunch here as well. Gilifati then, this is a really nice experience. It's feet in sand and it's their signature seafood restaurant. And then Ambula is probably the restaurant that has won most of the awards. And it's kind of their signature restaurant on the island. So it is Sri Lankan Maldivian fusion. And it's an 8-course tasting menu, and it's paired with wines. And it's a really, really great experience. The wait staff, they will come out and tell you, where the recipe came from, what's the best way to eat it. And it really is kind of local food. So it's very interesting from a cultural point of view as well. Hada then, this is the only restaurant that we charge a supplement for. And purely just because it's limited in spaces. It's takoyaki style. So I think it's $65 per person for Hada. And then Bani, this is the restaurant that is on the Ocean Suite jetty. So this is exclusive for guests at the Ocean Suites. And it's adult only. So other guests can, pay extra to dine here, but it is exclusive to these guests. And it's fine dining as well. And really nice kind of views all around. So just in terms of other culinary experiences we have on the island, This is the floating breakfast that we do. This image here in the middle, that's of the Hala restaurant. And you can also do a really great cooking demonstration with one of the head chefs from the Ambula restaurant as well. So a really cool experience there as well. So in terms of bars, the island is quite big and it's 150 villas. One of the things that I noticed when I was down there was that it never feels crowded. The management are really good at kind of placing people in different restaurants, and so there's always a very relaxed atmosphere and it never feels busy. So the Bondi bar, this is our main pool bar, and there's a pizza shack here. So this is a great option for families as it's very easy. Sky Bar, another great bar for sundowners, as is the Infinity Pool Bar. This again is on your adult only jetty, as is Value Bar. And then Raleigh Bar and Lounge, this is beside the Raleigh restaurant, a really lovely spot for sundowners. And they also this is a rum specialty bar. So really, you can do really cool kind of rum tasting and mixology class here as well. And one of the things we noticed when we were on the island is the wait staff are, they're very well trained. They, they have a lot of experience in, creating different cocktails and how flavors blend together. So, the offering really is amazing here. So in terms of activities and experiences, you can never be bored on Heritance unless you want to be. They offer so much, just in terms of, water sports and even what you can do on the island itself. So as we have a house for each, the diving and snorkeling is really amazing. And the snorkeling, kayaking and paddleboarding is all included within the rate. Your motorized water sports, you have to pay a supplement for. But we also have we can do a cinema setup. We have a really great recreation room. So, you have pool tables, table tennis, and then a games room where you have PlayStations and Xboxes, a really well-equipped gym, and tennis courts and paddle court as well. We also have a kids club. It's one of the biggest in the Maldives. And we take kids from the ages of 4 to 12 here. So we can also organise babysitting as well at a supplement. We also have one of the first medi spas in the Maldives. So depending on the accommodation you're in, if you're in an ocean villa or an ocean suite, you get a certain amount of spa credit to use here. And you can get, your usual kind of massage therapies, as well as some more kind of medical procedures here as well. And each guest get a complimentary face scan also. In terms of excursions, each guest get 2 complimentary excursions. That can be a sunset cruise or night fishing. And for stays of 6 nights or more, you have a selection of 4 complimentary excursions. So sunset, sunrise, dolphin excursion and night fishing. As I said, water sports, diving or snorkeling, paddleboarding and kayaking is all included in the rate. But we also offer a really great introductory diving lesson. So it's a 15-minute taster. You go out into the lagoon and they teach you the basics of diving. So it just gives guests an idea if they want to, do those dives further afield. Again, if you are an experienced diver, you can definitely go on some of those further excursions. And what's really nice about Heritance as well is when they were creating the island, they also created a mock Maldivian village. So it's open once a week for guests, and it is a really really cool insight into the traditional way of the Maldivian people. So you learn about their history and their culture and their school and how they cooked. So it's a really, really nice aspect, particularly if you've guests who want, a kind of cultural experience while they're on holiday. You can also do the local island tour, but we don't guarantee this, as you have to have a minimum number of people going, and it is at a supplement. But Alice and Anita got to do it when they went down, and they said it was a really great experience. It wasn't intrusive at all. They went with their butler, who was local to the island, and he showed them around. And they said it was just a really beautiful experience, and really amazing insight into local life in the Maldives. So in terms of sustainability, we're one of the first LEED certified properties in the Maldives. And because Heritance comes from a background in hospitality, we were able to invest quite a bit into sustainable development on the resort. We've invested in food waste compost, so all of the food waste is converted to compost, and it's used to fertilize the island. And people will say how lush the island is and awash with colours. And the resort is 30% energy efficient as well. So in terms of rates, your beach villa comes in just under $900 per villa. But it is worth noting that Heritance always have very competitive offers on contracted rates. So it is worth reaching out and asking us, what is on at the moment for each market. So that's it in a nutshell, really. I think the key things about Heritance is most definitely a really fantastic premium all-inclusive offering. And that offering really is premium, and the Maldives is expensive, but once clients have paid, they do not come out with a bill at the end unless they want to. Again, we have a house reef and really amazing snorkeling and diving opportunities in and around the Raa Atoll. And again, everyone kind of assumes the Maldives is a honeymoon or couple destination, but Heritance really caters for families as well. So it's a really amazing option here. So that is it. If anyone has any questions, do pop them in the Q&A and I can get to them. As I said, the webinar will be sent out towards the end of the week, and we'll also send out with links to the accommodation hub. If you don't know what the accommodation hub is, it is part of the Travel Hub collection, which is an online destination and training platform. And the accommodation hub is a training tool on different product for Africa and the Indian Ocean. So what you get with that is training webinar, sales and marketing collateral, live availability, sample itineraries, insider tips. So it's a really comprehensive tool. So I will send that out also. But I can't seem to see any questions. So I think that will be it. But thank you so much for joining me this evening for this webinar. Our next webinar will be on the 22nd of May with Green Safaris. So we hope to see you then.